We had a little chat a couple weeks ago, as I'd like to call it, where he was like, you know, this is all me, it's all me, it's all me. I was like, oh, it's all you. Okay. Sure.
As in
like I did this all. He doesn't actually believe that, but in a moment of exhaustion and frustration and just, you know, like all the things that happen in a day, all the pressure he feels, because it's no longer about him and I, and it's no longer about our family.
When you started doing this, you didn't think like, you know what, I want to work really fucking hard, like near nervous breakdown levels of work as far as hours and all that, to then keep doing that forever.
Right.
When his anxiety amps up about continuing to be able to perform at this level, because what happens if I don't and our life drops down to this level?
You know, the last couple of years, just hearing more people say like, you know, you're the hardest working guy in comedy, like inside people. I don't know anybody who works harder than you. I used to take that as a badge of honor, and now it just feels a little bit like, that's kind of gross.
He's only human, and he melts down, and he is moody, and some days are harder than others.
We were driving to the airport. It had been, so that was Thursday, it had been multiple days of just like, I don't know what my problem is, are my allergies bothering me, is it the darkness of the winter, like trying to place blame on anything other than just actual burnout fatigue. And the only way I'm gonna fucking rest is if I drive this car off a fucking cliff, and sometimes that sounds so great. You driving to the airport, saying that to me with tears streaming down your face, I was like, oh, okay. But this is different this time.
And when those thoughts start to see, when that starts to feel like a reality, then there are moments when you're just so fucking tired that you just like, yeah, we'll be driving in the road and think like, man, it would be fucking great to just smash this into a building, no seatbelt, and just rest. Just be fucking done. Which is crazy when like you're doing what you love.
my cross to bear. And
I don't know, I just had this, thoughts recently, like, who are you trying to prove anything to at this point? I don't even know fully who I'm trying to prove that to. For a while, it was like not wanting to disappoint fans. It was financial fear. I think for a while it might have been my dad. My dad always prided himself on his work ethic. For a while, it was also like my grandpa, Grandpa Ward. But then what's funny is like, as I went into this, they started to get concerned about how much I was working.
Well, I was kind of worried about it because, there had to be some rough spots. You just can't help but worry about him a little bit.
It's hard to just stop. This was the goal all along. So now that you have it, it's like no one wins an Oscar and is like, okay, I'm done making movies now. Cool, got my one Oscar.
No, we know what they do.
They get time off.
No, they get more selective. It's interesting to have gone from, is this gonna work, to it's working, to like, oh my God, this has changed our lives, to like, the monster that you built, that is kind of consuming you. And then just in the last couple months especially, I'm like, oh, it's taking too much. Well, how much longer do you have to do that? Well, I think as long as it's fun. The current pace is not fun. If I have to work like this to keep it all going, no matter how much I love it, no matter how much appreciative I'm gonna be of all the messages from fans, it's no longer worth it. It literally, I think will kill me in some sense of I'll just go crazy and it'll kind of break the engine and I won't be the same. Just for my mental health. It's no matter how much you love it, not having a normal friend life, not having a normal social life, it starts to take a toll on your I just feel unhinged a little bit more often. I got this mindset, it's if I wasn't thinking about it all the time, it was gonna just crumble and go away. It's I had to be kind of on it always. I think left to my own devices that way, I think I would actually burn everything into the ground.
It becomes a funny thing where
I feel like my biggest job is to protect him.
Yeah.
Mind, body, soul, spirit.
Lindsay's been good about, like, I wasn't willing to say no. You know, when Joe's like, offer all these dates, I was like, sweet. And Lindsay's like, no. She's like, you're not gonna work this week. You're not gonna work this week. And now it's like that I see the results of that. I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't have to just work constantly. And so, yeah, things are fine. Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna drive the car off the side of the road.
I know.
A bag
Yeah.
for no cost.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.